Hey, welcome back to the Fit to Survive channel. So Olight has released their latest flashlight. This is the Seeker 4 Pro. And so just recently I reviewed the Seeker 3 Pro. And so it's a great little flashlight. Well, I guess not little, like a medium-sized flashlight. And so anyways, we'll be doing a bit of a comparison between the two of them. I'll be giving you some of the newer features that you'll find on this, which one of the features that Olight has added is just gonna be, I don't know, for me, like game-changing. I'll get to that here in a bit. All right, so the major advantages we're going to find between the two is going to be a lot with the holster and a lot with the charging, but some other small details that you'll see is that the max brightness on the Seeker 4 Pro is 4,600 lumens, whereas on the Seeker 3 Pro it is 4,200 lumens, and so just a small amount of difference in the lumens. And the Seeker 4 Pro also has a 260 meter throw compared to the 250 meter throw on the Seeker 3 Pro. All right, so if that was the only improvements that they made, then it would not be impressive. There's a lot of other things here. One of the things you'll notice is that the dial is larger. So this dial felt a bit, I don't know, kind of coarse maybe, if you can see it's a bit closer. So it's a bit coarse maybe, kind of small. Like if you were in gloves, you might not be able to easily access that. Whereas on the Seeker 4 Pro, this has become a bit larger and a lot smoother also to operate. And they also have changed how these lights show up. So on the Seeker 3 Pro, it looks almost like small little, like, I don't know, like maybe diodes or LEDs there. Whereas here, it's got a really nice, kind of like a hidden light back there. I don't know if that's really showing up very well on the camera. But anyways, so a bit of improvement there. Something else that I noticed that I didn't even notice that Olight mentioned in their details is that when the Seeker 3 Pro is turned off, I cannot select the brightness. It'll show me that it is on medium, but I have to power it on before I can select the brightness that I want it to be. Whereas on the Seeker 4 Pro, I'm able to, while it is turned off, I can adjust it up to high. I can't adjust it to turbo, but I can adjust it from high all the way down to low while it's turned off. That way when I turn it on, it's already at the setting that I want it to be on. And so I find that really, really convenient. I like that. So then the next big thing is gonna be, of course, the holsters. So the Seeker 3 Pro came with a typical kind of nylon holster. Nothing really to even mention. I mean, kind of what you would expect per se. But now the Seeker 4 Pro, it has this plastic holster. Kind of interesting. I'm not sure how well that'd be for as far as for comfort, but there's a lot of other features built into this, including Type-C charging. And so that is the game-changing feature that they've added. So this flashlight is now rechargeable by Type-C, which I know a lot of people, a lot of you have said that one of your major things you hate about Olight is having to use the Olight charging cable. Because we all have a Type-C cable laying on the house. Not everybody has one of these magnetic chargers for the Olight. While this does still work, you'll see it has two rings. So the smaller ring is for the magnetic cable here. So that still works. But at the same time, if you want, you can use your holster. So you'd slap this in here and then just plug this in to any Type-C, and it actually charges, I think, like an hour quicker. So if it's completely depleted, it charges even a bit quicker than it does with the magnetic cable. And so that's really cool. And again, like I said, that's a game changer in my opinion. Just adding that Type-C, it's going to change a lot. And again, that's just the way I feel about it. So definitely know what you think about them adding that Type-C to it. So another thing that they're offering with the black option, this is the black matte. You can either choose a neutral white or a cool white for the LEDs. They do have some other colors. They have orange and they have blue, and those only come in the cool white, so you can't choose the neutral white if you go with that option. This uses the exact same battery that you'll find in the Seeker 3 Pro, so it's the 5,000 milliamp hour, 21700. So that is, of course, rechargeable or replaceable if it is necessary. It has an IPX8 waterproof rating. So again, if you get this wet, if you drop it in water or in the rain, it's good for, I think it's like 1.5 meters, up to 2 hours, something like that. And so kind of what you'd expect, and even maybe a bit more with the IPX8 waterproof rating. So I already mentioned that the turbo here is 4,600 lumens, but also if you want, you can step down. Basically the low is a 50, then you have the medium is 300, the high is 1200, and of course, like I said, the turbo is 4,600 lumens. This does also have a moonlight feature, which you can actually even scroll down and access that Moonlight feature, whereas on the Seeker 3 Pro, you could not access the Moonlight feature or setting through the dial, through that this rotating knob here. So again, that's kind of cool. You can access that simply by rolling down, or if you did not want to use the steps, you could of course, again, use this dial to gradually increase the brightness up to, of course, the maximum, up to high, then you need to double click to go into turbo. All right, one more thing also interesting to point out, interesting decision that they made. If you look at the tops here, you'll see that on the Seeker 3 Pro, it has a proximity sensor, which some people like it, some people don't. I personally don't really like it. So if you see, if I turn this on and I go into turbo, as I get close to my hand, it dims, all right? Then it brightens and dims. And so that's kind of annoying when you're working on something and you just get kind of close to it and it dims. But again, this is their method of being basically safe. That way you're not burning your hand. You're not, okay, I doubt you'd be burning your hand. You're not burning like the holster or your pocket or your jacket or so on. So they removed the proximity sensor from the Seeker 4 Pro version, but instead what they did is they added some extra safeties. So you notice that this has not been turned on in the last 10 seconds, so it is in lockout mode. And so if you double click, whatever you do, it's not going to turn on until you rotate the knob. Or if you hold down the button, then you'll go into Moonlight mode, and then from there you can go into turbo. All right, but another really cool thing is that the holster is also per se like a smart holster. So you can see right now it is unlocked. We can use this, right? As soon as we slide it into the holster, it is now locked. So this will not turn on as soon as you slide it into the holster. So if you're carrying this in your holster, it immediately goes into lockout mode. That way you're not accidentally turning this on. But if you do happen to want to turn it on in the holster mode, you can do that the exact same way. Hold that down, and then you can basically turn it on. But they limited the maximum output to 600 lumens. And so you can see I cannot go into like the turbo or anything higher than 600 lumens. That way, if you do, for whatever reason, turn this on accidentally while it's in the holster, you cannot reach the high or the turbo, which both are capable of melting, again, like I said, your pocket, your jacket, whatever else. And so that's a really smart feature they added. Is it good enough to justify the removal of the proximity sensor? I mean, I guess that we'll have to figure out, over time with using it. I know, like I said, I don't really like that proximity sensor. It kind of aggravates me when I'm using it and it turns on and off by itself. So that's really cool. Another thing that it has here is it has a timer. And so if you have this turned on and you double click and then hold it down, you see it'll flash one time. That means there's a 3-minute timer set. So if you do that again, it'll flash 2 times. That is a 9-minute timer, which means basically you turn this on to whatever brightness you want. You could leave it, and then since we have it now set to 9 minutes, in 9 minutes it would turn off automatically. And so really cool. I can see how that come in very handy in a lot of different scenarios or maybe different circumstances. All right, and then another thing that they've added here is a fixing bracket. So you can attach this. You see it's got some 3M here on the back. So if you want to attach this to your wall, let's say maybe next to your bed in your bedroom or wherever else, wherever you hold your gear, basically that attaches there. So you get attached to your to the wall, to whatever surface, but also you have some other methods of attaching it. And in the box, they also have some screws. So you can also screw it down. You can use a 3M or any other ways you want. You can basically use this for hanging your flashlight up or attaching to different surfaces. So pretty cool little addition there. So this flashlight, they just released, like I said, it's going to cost $140, but right now they're running a sale. They have it marked down to $98. And so definitely a really good time if you guys are interested in getting a really nice flashlight from Olight with Type-C charging. I mean, that's definitely so much better in my opinion. Anyways, right now is a great time to pick that up. I'll include links to this in the description of the video so you can go check that out, get a good discount. I have an additional discount, but it doesn't work on discounted items. And so you can't, kind of like do the double discount. But anyways, if you want to pick up anything else, you can use my discount at that time. So also, while they're running their discounts, they are also doing giveaways. And so if you're a first time basically buyer from Olight, you'll get a flashlight like this. So it runs on a AAA battery and has a max of 90 lumens. And so every time they have some kind of event or some kind of discounts, they generally would do giveaways with these. And so it's kind of cool, kind of collectible. So this is the i3E EOS, nice little flashlight there with the AAA battery. And then if you are a returning customer, you actually get, this is their IR2 Pro. And so this is Type-C rechargeable. So you can see right there, the Type-C charging port. It has IPX8 waterproof rating also. It's a super compact size, and the max output is 180 lumens, which is really amazing for a flashlight this size. And then if you just lightly tighten it down, it goes into 5 lumens. So that's a really cool difference there. You have this basically like a moonlight, and then you have the Hive 180. And that's just the 2 brightnesses, and it's simply controlled by tightening it down like that. So again, some really cool colors, and they usually give these away during their events. And it's a really collectible. You can collect different colors. I have already orange and red and green and some other colors. And so it's really cool, really handy flashlight. And so once again, if you're going to go and pick up this flashlight, don't forget to add the free gift in that as well. And I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. So again, let me know what you think about this Seeker 4 Pro, if you like that. And again, don't miss out on their discounts. Now's a great time to go pick that up. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.